once again we meet online for Assembl-E. Yes, well, I understand that the lockdown is going to be relaxed a little bit and we can go out now in twos. But before I talk more about that, let's listen to what Mr. Chan did on his violin. Yes, he's done something different. Last week, it was the sound of animals. Now, have a watch. Yes, the sound of vehicles. Isn't that amazing? Can you just imagine if somebody was trying to break into your house and you just take your violin and play the sound of the police car? My goodness me, that person will run away because thinking that the police car is coming or just outside your house. So the violin is a very useful instrument, right? Yes. Now, what have you been doing during the lockdown? I'm sure this is what you have been doing, and this is going to be, displayed or shown to you or shared with you by Mr. Wong and his magic cards.
안녕하세요. Do you have Korean TV addiction? Do you find yourself going to sleep when others are actually waking up? Are you greeting your family, friends, and colleagues in Korean? Are you eating Korean noodles for lunch, dinner, and supper? Do you find yourself going through your Spotify playlist looking for Korean songs? Are you planning a trip to Korea to meet your favorite idols, Hyun Bin and Ji Yoon? Well, if you are, then I'm afraid to tell you that you may have Korean TV addiction. So today, I've designed a very simple test using just 4 cards so that you will be able to find out if you have Korean TV addiction. Now, this test is pretty much the same as those that you will find the police using when they test drivers for alcohol consumption. And all you need to do is to tell me the color of these 4 cards as I show them to you one by one. All right? So, for example, they could be red, black, black, red, or black, red, black, red, or whatever order you see. All right? So, are you ready? And I'm going to show you these cards one by one. All right? So, this is the first card, the second card, the third card. And I'm going to show you your first card. All right? So, can you see that clearly? Just remember the color. That's all you need to do. All right? It's card number 1. All right? It's card number 2. It's card number 3. And that's card number 4. As I've said, it's a pretty simple test. So are you ready? Can you tell me the order of the color of the cards that you just saw? All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Got it? All right. If you saw red, black, then as they would say and do in the Korean movies, winning, peace. You got it right. Now, of course, there is a second test. But don't worry, this is not difficult at all. Do you remember how many picture cards there were and how many non-picture cards there were? Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Got it? Well, if you saw only picture cuts, then once again, winning piece. Well done, you got it right. And now comes the third test. Yes, there are 3 tests. Even in the real sobriety test that the police administer, there are 3 separate tests. And as always, the third test is always the hardest. So what I need you to do now is to tell me if you can remember how many jacks you saw, how many queens you saw, and how many kings you saw. Because they were all picture cards, right? Are you ready? Well, some people say they saw a jack and a couple of kings. Other people say they saw a queen and a couple of kings. And yet other people say they saw only kings. What about you? Well, here comes the problem. No matter what you saw, whether it was jacks, queens, or kings, the reality is, I think you have got a Korean TV addiction problem, because I'm not sure what you actually saw, but there were no jacks, no queens, and certainly no kings. And so, my friends, I'm afraid to tell you that you do have Korean TV addiction, where you are no longer able to know the difference between fantasy and reality. And so may you realize this and take some serious action to stop this addiction. Thank you for watching. 감사합니다. May the force be with you.
Well, 감사합니다, Mr. Wong. Thank you very much for showing to us about, where the cards disappeared and how it appeared. They are really magical cards. Yes, many of you may be watching Korean drama, but please be careful. It's addictive. You've got to sort of, control yourself and be more disciplined. Yes, that's really magical. Mr. Wong teaches magic in school. So when the MCO is lifted and when we can all go back to school, maybe you could join one of his classes to learn how to show magic, and then you can really tell people nothing is really impossible. Well, Cempakans, last week I mentioned the LAH project. LAH is Life at Home, where I've got a few videos submitted by Cempaka Chera's children, and thank you, Wilham, for putting them together for the assembly today. I'm going to show just a few, I think maybe 3, okay? I've got 6 here. Next week, I'll show the rest. So Amin had one on all the workouts that he did at home. And then Vashilini baked. She wanted to make Milo trifle, but it ended up into Milo ice cream. Oh, it was so good. And also Lucas actually, he has started to design games. So he's got this game called Cube Ninja. Make balls and put ninjas in it, and then keeping alive. And another one he's currently doing now is damage and health. So have a look, and maybe when school reopens, you can talk to Lucas. Even now, you can call him and find out from him how he did this. And then maybe Vashilini can share a lot of other recipes that she has tried, and then try to do the same workout that Amin has done. Have a look.
Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, I walk around the neighborhood. Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday best. Yeah, hey, Every day can be a better day despite the challenge. All you gotta do is leave it better than you found it. It's gonna get difficult to stand, but hold your balance. I just say whatever, cause there is no way you're round it. Everyone falls down sometime, but you just gotta know it'll all be fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, I walk around the neighborhood. Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday best. Hey, some days you wake up and nothing works, you feel surrounded. Gotta give your feet some gravity to get you grounded. Keep good things inside your ears just like the waves and sound it. And just say whatever, cause there is no way you're grounded. Everyone falls down sometime, but you just gotta know it'll all be fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Guys, I'm Visha here. So I'm today gonna show you what I really do during quarantine, because we have a lot of free time here, so I find it's like a really lot of time to do whatever I like. So let's go. Let me show you guys what I really do during quarantine. During my free time, I watch my favorite artist's concert, because why not? Saturday, Sundays. Yeah, guys. The second thing that I usually do during quarantine is finishing up all my online classes homework, because I really need to finish up all the homework that I'm pending, so that after school I can have more free time to do other stuff. So yeah guys, the other thing that I do during quarantine is that taking photographs, because I just discovered my dad's old camera, not really old, I don't know. So I just found this, so I'm practicing to try take better photographs, cause why not? So that I can be like more prepared when during school I could take like better photographs with my camera for SIFA. So guys, the other thing that I do during quarantine was actually making a Milo truffle that ended up looking like a Milo ice cream. I'm sorry that I don't have an example today because I ate them all. Yeah, I ate everything. So it was really easy to make. All you need was 1 can of condensed milk and a lot of Milo, like a lot of Milo powder. And yeah, you have to mix, and then you just get the stuff like a truffle into an ice cream. So yeah, that's it. That's for the Milo truffle / Milo ice cream. Another thing that I do during quarantine, because we have to do social distancing, so I decided to call my friends like Jendra and Sarah. Let me just ask them to say hi. Guys, say hi. Jay, Sarah. Okay, never mind.
What?
Say hi for the video.
Hi.
Sarah.
John Wick is in the house.
Yeah, John Wick in the house. Okay guys, you can mute yourself. I just asked you to say hi.
Okay, hi, I'm John Wick and I murder people.
She exposed herself, but yeah, never mind.
Bring Appa's phone. Quickly bring Appa's phone. Quick.
Jendra.
Run.
That is also in the video. Never mind.
Also me. Hi. Hi video, I'm Sarah, aka John Wick. Bye. I'm gonna watch
Okay,
it now.
mute yourself.
Bye-bye.
So yeah guys, that is what I usually do during social distancing too, because calling my friends, because I miss them obviously. Guys, another thing that I do during quarantine is that I like drawing. So I was working on this piece of art that I'm just trying to finish it up. So yeah. Guys, that's all the things that I do during quarantine. So I know most of the people are sad, depressed because they have to stay at home, they can't go out, but don't worry, all of us are into this. So hope you guys can use your time wisely like how I do, I think. And yeah, thanks for watching guys. Bye.
the last video that I would like to show you today is actually a poem, and this is very, very, meaningful. It says a lot, so listen in.
I want you to stop. Just stop what you are doing. Don't move. Just listen to what I have to say. I have come to help you all, to remind you all, to bring you all to your senses. The roller coaster of Earth began to run off its rails. Stop everything. Stop the planes, the cruises, the factories, the shopping malls, the gatherings, the parties. Stop it all. You've got no choice. I've brought everything to a halt for you all to listen. You don't ever get to play God. The killing, the selfishness, the pain, the destruction, the animosity, the lack of compassion, the lack of care, the lack of love. Hunger worldwide, poverty worldwide, killing worldwide, suffering worldwide. Enough. I have had to come to bring a halt to all of this. I could no longer stand and watch the firestorms, the melting glaciers, the sinking cities, the destructive weather, and you still didn't listen. You wouldn't listen, but it's really hard to when you're so busy climbing higher and higher on your selfish desires. I've now come to make you listen and to save you, to help you all listen. I'm sorry for setting alight firestorms inside your body. I'm sorry for drowning your lungs. I'm sorry for isolating you all alone, but I've had to, so that you all listen. And now that you're listening, I want you to listen closely. Stop the killing. Stop the suffering. Stop the hurting. Stop the selfishness. Stop the destruction. Look at yourselves and start putting things right. I will leave now, but don't make me return.
Yes, children. What did it say? What did the poem say? It actually said a lot of things about us, about human beings, human nature, how we've destroyed our earth because of greed and ambition, and we are materialistic. We do so many things actually to bring a lot of harm to the planet. And this is like the virus talking to us, saying, now look, I'm going to stop you from doing all the bad things. Now you have to reflect and think about you as a human being, you as part of the community, and you as a person, and how you can uplift the community to a better world, to make our planet a better place for all of us. Can you imagine this virus, invisible virus? It has actually brought the whole world together. The scientists are all clamoring to find a cure. Governments are trying to help the people, giving the poor people, the poorer sector of the economy help so that they can survive And people who've got money now donate a lot of their money to do more research and to help people who cannot find, to help to bring food, to get proper gear for their, when they work in the hospital. The people in the hospital are working hard together for long hours in a day just to make sure that all of us are all right. Now, I understand that on Monday, a few businesses can start running and we are allowed to go out. But please, children, remember the poem just now. The poem said, "Do not make me return." Yes, the virus is telling us, do not make them come back, right? Yes, so please, we have to practice caution. We have to be careful, and I think we need to have some kind of self-restraint. It doesn't mean that the government says you can go out and you can go out and have a huge party, or you go out to restaurants and all that. I feel we have to do it very slowly. You must remember, there could be people in your family who've got, problems with their health. Your mother, your daddy, your grandparents, your neighbors, and you may have friends who've got parents, grandparents who are above 60, now that they are the high-risk group. But you too, you could get it and something bad could happen. So please, we have gone through this for 4 weeks now, almost 5 weeks, and we've learned a lot. We've learned to wash our hands regularly. We've learned to wear a mask when you go out. You sanitize your hands, sanitize the surfaces in your house or when you buy things and so on and so forth. So we have learned the new norm. I think we've got to stick to this new norm. We've got to, no more shaking hands. We have to really, really be self-disciplined. We've got to discipline ourselves, we've got to control ourselves and take on this new way of greeting people, personal hygiene, social distancing. We need to keep this. Please, children, this is very important. All the people out there, especially the people in the hospital, they work so hard, to look after the people who got infected, right? And we stayed at home to flatten the curve so that our hospitals will not be, overwhelmed with so many cases. So we have done that. We've done an amazing job. Fewer cases have been reported. But please remember, we cannot spoil this. We cannot spoil what we have done. We must still be cautious. We must still be very, very mindful of what we do or how we look after ourselves and the people in the family. Wash our hands, social distancing must be practiced at all times. And if it's not necessary, there's no need for you to go out. We have done this for how many weeks? Almost 4 weeks now. We've learned to FaceTime, we've learned to do online connection, we order food in, we buy groceries online. I think we should still practice this until everything is really, really is back, we are free of this virus. And we cannot say we are free of the virus because we have no vaccines yet. So we've got to wait. So while waiting, we have to be very, very cautious. So even when school reopens, we have to be very strict. It's not me looking after you, but we look after all of us. We look after each other. So I practice social distancing. I will wash my hands. I'll wear a mask. And you must do that too, so that we look after each other. Okay, children? Okay then. See you again. Take care and keep well.